but let's get started. So we're going to go over the single upload interface inside of Merch Informer real quick. Like I said, if you missed my last video, those updates are now live. So they are twofold. One, we added an automatic trademark check. It's just going to be like the plugin we use with Merch by Amazon when Merch by Amazon is working. However, if you are working on your print-on-demand business during this shutdown, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys grab this. You can do so inside of Merch Informer here. You see that I'm logged in. Click the link above, below, wherever I actually put it. Once you sign up for an account, get in. There's no credit card required or anything. We made it free during the shutdown. Download the single upload interface right here, Windows, Mac. And if you have just a little bit of time, I highly recommend you go through this walkthrough video. It's just going to be me talking to you and setting it up. Once you have it set up here, though, I'm going to run through this real quick. We added a trademark checker, which is invaluable, and we also added a way to sell mugs on Etsy with the proper mockups. So if you guys are not doing Etsy right now, highly recommend that you jump on it. There are sales still coming through the door at a pretty good volume. Like, I know some guys that are still doing $1,000 days on Etsy right now, even with stuff shut down, even with Printful at half capacity, they are still printing product, which is awesome. So this tool right here is going to allow you to get all of your designs up on platforms that are still actively shipping, and you can do it for free right now. So get your Merch Informer account, download the software, and then inside the software, it's going to look like this. All right, so to demonstrate the trademark check, I'm just going to go ahead and upload one here. So we will upload this one. You see I don't have a duplicate image here. This is a CSV file. If you are not familiar with how to do this, please go back and watch my other videos. But on the uploading tab, you now have what I went over before, this nice, beautiful check trademark button, which you can click. It says, hey, do you want to run this? It could take some time, depending on how many items are in your CSV file. Like if you have 3,000 lines, this could take a very long time. However, it's going to pop up and say, all right, hey, for this one, I like to use this Beach Please design. There are 17 trademark issues. So if you click this, you're going to come in here and be able to see what these are. So honey, fresh, nothing, moon, if you celebrate. All of these are actually registered trademarks. Now, let me open one of these up. I'm going to go ahead and click honey and bring it over so you guys can see it. This is what the TSDR, the USPTO website is going to look like. Highly recommend that you guys learn how to use this manually before you do the automatic check so you know what you're looking for. Honey right here, we see it's a live trademark. It's registered, so on and so forth. But what we are looking for right here is the 025 category. So honey is trademarked in the 025 category, which is clothing. Now, doesn't mean we can't use it. We can look at the current owner information, Punky Girl Inc., whoever that might be. But what we're looking for here is go to the Documents tab. We'll scroll down till we see Specimen. We'll click on that. And we'll take a look at this. It looks like it says honey, is that vape? Something like that. So we have to ask ourselves, if we put the word honey on a t-shirt, is there going to be any brand confusion with this mark right here? No, there's not, especially with the design that we are doing. So you are free to use that. Now, let me just move this back out of the way. Let's say, for example, we'll come back to the CSV table. Let's say we uploaded one. Here is my little thing. Let's say we uploaded one with Disney in the title. Okay, you see I put Disney in here just to check this out real quick. You should not be putting Disney in any of your stuff ever, period, unless you have a license, which is probably going to be impossible to get. But if you come over to the uploader and you say, all right, before I want to upload this design to Printful or Teespring or Redbubble or Spreadshirt, hey, maybe I should check these trademarks. So we'll click on check here, and we'll give it 1 second. We'll open this up, and we'll see, oh, hey, I forgot that I put Disney in the title. And we'll be able to click that, open it up here, and say, hey, Disney is a registered mark for 025 clothing, and it lists a ton of stuff, including t-shirts. Major brand. If we look at the current owner information, Disney Enterprises. Okay, Disney Enterprises has more money than me and you and everyone else watching this, so we clearly do not want to be infringing and getting kicked off these other platforms. So just to make it real simple, we put a trademark check inside of the single upload interface. So when you're uploading your CSV files here, I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and I think this is the one I'm using. It'll be able to check all of these for you so that by the time you actually get to uploading, you're not going to face any issues. You're not going to get Spreadshirt or Redbubble yelling at you saying, hey, I don't want you selling on my platform because you included, you know, X trademark, Y trademark. So make sure you guys are using that. Now, the second thing I want to go over, again, if you are not selling on Etsy right now and you want to be working on your print-on-demand business, go sign up for Etsy and figure out how the Printful integration works, because Printful is still shipping products and people are still buying on Etsy. So there's a lot of money to be made there. You can upload your stuff via this tool, but I'm going to go over how to upload mugs, because I know a lot of people are uploading mugs. Mugs are not available on Merch by Amazon. I know people keep asking me, hey, are mugs going to be coming soon? I don't know. My best guess is probably not. You know, they're bulky. Shipping them is a pain. They take up a bunch of space. A lot of the times they break in the mail if people aren't careful packaging them. But selling them on Etsy here, very lucrative. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to upload this one design I have here. If we go right here, I'll just show you guys what it looks like. You've probably seen me using this. It just says Beach Please. I'm on my honeymoon. Simple design, looks pretty good, sticks out. We want to put this on a mug on Printful. So let's set this up and you guys can follow along. So let me just clear this out. We'll start over. This is what it will look like. And here is, I'll just make this bigger so you guys can see it, my test Printful store. So first you want to set up the integration. If you don't have an Etsy integration, merchinformer.com, search for Etsy and follow the guide. Like I wrote like a 10,000 word guide on how to do this. Easy to follow, easy to set up. So let's say you have it set up. We'll come in here, we'll click the store name, and we will copy the URL up through the numbers. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch some of my older videos where I go into this stuff not at the speed of light. So we'll put it in here and we will save the store URL. Now, currently, Printful offers, I believe, 193 products. Okay, so they offer pretty much everything we could think of that is print on demand, which is awesome. So I'm just going to search for mug, and they have 4 different mug options. So let's select one. I'm going to go with the ceramic mug, excuse me, with the color inside. So we'll pick this one. Okay, we've got a mug selected. We want to upload this to Printful, which will then push to our Etsy store. Just going to go ahead and select all the colors. They have the colors printed on the inside of the mug, which look really nice. Select the sizes, and now we're just going to map the CSV file that we uploaded here. Okay, we're going to map that to these options. So hey, what image do we want to put on the mug? We want to upload the image, because I put the image path right here. This is where it's located on my computer. It's going to be different for you, depending on what computer you're on and where your images are. So we'll put that in there. Now, this is something new we added. This right here, I know a lot of mug sellers have reached out to me and said, hey, when I'm putting my mugs up on Printful to sell on Etsy, it's putting the image up once, and I want them duplicated and put on each side of the mug so it looks really nice, okay? So if you don't select anything here, it's just going to put the image up on the mug one time, and your mockups are going to look pretty bad, honestly. Use the drop-down menu, doubled mug side center. And I'm going to open up Printful here and show you guys exactly what we're doing. Let me find it. Here it is. So let's just go add product. Let's just say we were doing this manually. We'll type in mug here. This is the one we're using. All right, we'll chuck this design up there. Okay, so normally when you upload manually, this is what it's going to look like. It's not going to be on the side of the mug like the mockups are showing you here. It's going to be put in the center, which means it's going to be on this crease here. So if you have a mockup and you're looking at it, all you're going to see is a white mug and barely see the images on the front here. And that's going to look awful. So what this is going to do is it's going to double up your image, and it's going to place them in the center like that. So if you go to your mockup here, it's going to look like that instead of like this, or yeah, like this. I mean, these are bad. If you put this up on a store anywhere, you're selling these on Amazon, Etsy, eBay. Printful integrates with all those platforms. You put this up right here, you're not going to sell anything. You want it to look nice so people can see the design, so they know what they are buying. So going back to this, that is what you want to select. Doubled mug side center. It's going to double up the image and put them on the sides so that the mockups look really good. Now I'm going to delete this because this is an important part. Okay, so even though you double up the mockups, right? Let me find this page again. Even though you double, where is it? File view. Even though you double this up, if you don't select, we'll proceed to mockups. If you don't select these options here, what you're going to get is a terrible, terrible, terrible looking mockup that passes through Printful to your Etsy store as your main image. Okay, so what we want to do is be able to say, hey, all right, I've uploaded my product or image on the product. Now I need to select, hey, what mockups do I want to use? Maybe I want to use the lifestyle mockup and my main image be the right-hand side of the mug and it being black, okay? So how on earth do you do this not manually, so you don't have to sit here and upload 1,000 products? You do that in here. So we're setting up, remember, we picked mug, we picked the colors, we doubled up the image, made it on the side so it looks really good. Now all we have to do is figure out, hey, how do we get the right mockups onto Etsy or wherever you're pushing these products? So the first thing you want to do, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm trying to like use one monitor here. Under the mockup style, it's going to say, hey, what's the main mockup style you want to use? You see on Printful over here, you have 3 options for this specific mug: flat mockups, lifestyle mockups, and lifestyle 2 mockups. I know Printful is very, intuitive here. They don't really give these very good names. But what you want to do for the main mockup style is just pick which one you want. You only have to do this once, and then it'll pick this option for every mug you upload, and just enter it in here. So we want to use this lifestyle mockup. I think that one looks the best. So we will just type in lifestyle mockups. Notice how my M is lowercase in mockups because that's what it is on Printful. So next we're going to say, okay, for the main mockup category, what are we going to use here? So let's just make this bigger. These are the main mockup categories. You have front, left, and right. Like, which one do we want to push so it's the main image here? We want to push the, I'm just going to pick one. I want to push the right mockups here to my store. So all I have to put in this category is right. Notice how it is capital R because on Printful, capital R. Okay? Whoa, wait, right there. Now finally, it's going to ask, hey, what's your main mockup image? Like, what's the main image you want to put up on Etsy if you're pushing it to Etsy? And in the right category, I think I like the black one the best. It says 11OZ/black. That's exactly what we're going to put in here. So 11OZ/black. And then you can put in unchecked categories if you want. I'm going to simply leave that blank. Now finally, all you're doing is mapping the data you put in your CSV file to what you want to upload to Printful. So, the title, I want it to be the title of my product, the description of my product, tags, price, and price. Okay, so we have set this up completely for this ceramic mug. Now, I've already gone ahead and, as you can see here, if I get out of this, just go to changes. On my stores, I'm going to be pushing it to this store, which it's got a big E on it, so it's hooked up to Etsy. So all I have to do here is go over the uploader. I'm going to select Printful. Now we didn't fill this second design I had out, so I'm just going to unselect that. Take a look at everything. Here's my description, here's my title, this is the product, these are the colors I'm going to push to, the sizes, the price, everything looks good. We'll quick do a trademark check on this to make sure, hey, we didn't actually miss anything. honey, fresh, nothing, moon, celebrate, peanut, beach, and ocean. I am not infringing on any of these marks, even though they're registered, right? So just as an FYI, go check the USPTO. You can click these links. These are clickable links. And go through and just make sure, like, hey, you might not know that someone has trademarked something and they might come after you. I don't know. I know that these are good to go. So we did our trademark checks. We're uploading to Printful. And so everything looks good to go. I'm just going to click Start Uploading here. And here we go. So we're uploading everything. Now what this is going to do is normally in a CSV file, you're going to include more than one line, right? So this is what I like to use for an example, but typically when I'm doing this, I'll have CSV files of 100 at a time, and then I will let them run through for that product and push them to whatever platform I'm integrating with. And in this case, as I'm doing a test, this is going to Etsy. Now you'll see that it's going through and filling out every single thing that we just entered. Right now it's positioning the image on the mug, proceeding to mockups. It's picking the right mockup that we actually want. All right, it's picking the main category so that by the time it gets to our Etsy store in draft mode, it's actually going to look decent and someone's going to want to purchase it. They'll be able to see what they're buying. They will see that the work was uploaded. We'll make Printful a little bit bigger here. Now, I didn't touch my keyboard while I'm talking here, okay? All this is done automatically. So you set it up once, you let it run, and it's going to upload all your stuff to platforms that are actually delivering product. I want Merch by Amazon to come back just as bad as everyone else. But currently, I think we need to work with what we have. If you are working on your pod business, highly recommend you do this. So let's just click into this test store. And you see right here, it is being pushed over to Etsy. Now, I did do this a while back. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the main image here, okay? So if we click this, it'll open up. This is what was uploaded. It's duplicated it, centered it. Here are the mockups. Give it a second to process the files. Good old Printful. Okay, that's just being really slow. But this is already uploaded. So as you can see here, maybe if let's see, preview. There we go. If you guys can see that, view full size, this is what the main mockup's going to be when it's pushed to Etsy. So you can clearly see the mug. You can see it's black. We picked the right hand handle. Remember when we came in here, if we go to Printful, we selected the right hand handle, which was part of the mockup, and then we selected the 11-ounce black, and that's going to be the main image that gets pushed to your Etsy store. So everything is going to look proper and actually sell because customers know what they're buying. So let me just go and see real quick here that other one has finished pushing, and it has. So this is literally the same product, guys. So you'll see it's pushed the right size. I clicked it. It's going to have the price you put. It's going to have the tags you put. And you see it's also pushed these other colors, but the main mock-up here is going to be this black one. So again, if you guys do not have a Merch Informer account, click the link above, below, wherever I put it. Get inside, and once you're inside, download the single upload interface. Watch this walkthrough video and get your products up where they're actually selling. So currently, just to go real quick before I finish up here, Printful, which integrates with Etsy, that's where I'd start. Like, just being completely honest with you guys, I would start with an Etsy integration there simply because people are still buying a lot of product on Etsy for some reason. And it's really, really, really easy to set up. Once you set it up, pushing product is extremely simple. It also integrates with Teespring, Redbubble, and Spreadshirt. So if you guys have accounts there or you don't have accounts there, you can go grab one. And I know all of those are currently printing, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to be wrong once in a while. I know Spreadshirt has been going back and forth with their printing. Like, I'll get an email one day that says, hey, their printing facilities are open, and they closed, and they opened again. But all these other guys are definitely still printing. So if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments here or whenever the replay is available. If not, make sure to go grab this software and start using it because it's completely free to use right now. I want you guys to work on your business and grow it, even though we're all facing some, business pains here with everything being shut down. There are still things we can do. So again, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything I can help you with at all. Let me know. and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.